Okay guys, welcome back to TBTC Adventure. It's been a while. Today I'm out in a fantastic area in the Brecon Beacons, and I'm doing a trail called the Cat's Back, which should probably take about 3 hours. I'm a little bit out of practice. This is where we're headed so far, and yeah, here we go. Okay, so I'm starting today with well, little or no information on the trail that I'm doing. It quite literally was kind of a spot on the map that I found. Quite like it like that, as I don't really know what to expect. I know that there's an element of ridge walking in it, and so far it's looking kind of steep. Other than that, not sure what we're going to find. As you well know, it's been really hot recently, so I'm expecting it to be really sunny, but hopefully the hat will keep the sun off my head and off the back of my neck, and we should be good. Okay, at the top of the first incline, that was a bit of a wake-up call, to be honest. As I say, a little bit out of practice, and I've got the first look of the ridge we're going to be walking along. It looks a bit treacherous, but doesn't look anything beyond sort of reasonable ability, so quite, yeah, looks okay, to be honest. I think this route, we come up this side, we go along the ridge, and then we drop down into the valley, and we walk back along the valley to back where I originally started. As I say, probably about 3 hours according to the route, but I will put all the route details in the video description below. So if you wanted to come and give this a try, I think I've been really lucky with, well, I say lucky with the weather. The weather's been boiling for months. So yeah, as it stands, the weather's fantastic, and the views are just amazing, and I'm hoping to be able to get far more. I want to do a nice 360 on the top of that ridge, just so you can see, but literally you can see the horizon all the way around. It's fantastic. Brilliant. To be honest, with the weather being what it is, I definitely expected to see a few more people up here. I think it's quite a popular trail, but whether or not people are deterred by the hot weather, I don't know. It is still quite early in the morning. Maybe everyone's still asleep. Looks like we're getting to a fairly rocky section. This is one of them points where you always leave the camera running. Fail videos always do really well. Right, pressing on. This is our path along this ridge there, and I believe we come down, we go over the top, we come down in this corner, and then we go through the valley back to where we've parked. So yeah, still loads and loads of interesting views, and I'm really interested to see how the side of this peak looks when I'm down in that valley as well. That should be good. So with the weather being like it's been like for the last couple of months, with kind of little rainfall and really low wind, I was considering trying to find a place up here last night to wild camp, and to be honest, I'm glad I didn't. The ground is that hard, I don't even know how you'd get any kind of sort of tent peg or anything into the ground to set up anything. You'd probably just end up in a bivvy with no other cover, to be honest, which is okay-ish, but when the sun starts coming up at sort of 4:30, 5 o'clock, you don't get much sleep. So yeah, it's probably one for a few weeks after we've had some rainfall. Get a couple of wild camps on the go, something a little bit different for the channel. I know we did wild camping probably about 3-4 years ago now in the Brecon Beacons, which is yeah, it's this video just up in the corner here. That was a really good one. Yeah, I'm trying to get some more videos like that, a bit more of a extended adventures, like two-day adventures on the channel. So that should be good. The sun's really bearing down now. It's come out from behind the clouds, but got plenty of water, so I'm all right. This is where we're heading. Map looks good. One of the absolute things that I love about this trail so far is it actually sits on the border between England and Wales, and you can see that this side, with all the fields, you can see quite a few hills over there. This side is England, and then you turn the camera and you can just see an absolute array of mountains as far as you can see, which is Wales, which is it's fantastic really, and you can really see the difference between the two. And it's one of the reasons why I do come to Wales quite a lot to film videos, because it's actually only about 2 hours from my house. So if you get up early enough, get in the car, you miss the traffic, and 2 hours is nothing really to come from a city to somewhere as fantastic as this. At this point here, guys, you can see the rocky peak that I was stood on, which is just down there where the tree is along here, and this is where we're going, and you can see the trig point actually on top of there. So there's our highest point of today's walk. So after having a little rest at the trig point, guys, we're pressing on. This is, well, as you can see from the floor, this is normally It's normally quite marshy, quite damp, but not at the minute, not with this weather. So makes it nice and quick to walk across. I think looking at the map, I reckon we're probably about maybe a third of the way around. So as I say, we're heading in this direction, but I am expecting to have to come down off this peak very soon, to kind of turn and then walk up the valley. So I am expecting quite a steep decline, but we'll find that out shortly. So as I was saying, guys, I kind of expected this to be a really busy trail, but as it stands, I've not seen a single other person on this, which is fantastic. Really, it's kind of what you want. It is actually a really enjoyable trail. It was tough at the start, definitely. It got really steep really quick. It has leveled out, and it's going well. So I'm actually glad that I did this trail in a kind of anti-clockwise loop from where I parked, because of all the rocky peaks and things on that side. So I actually got to climb them, rather than if I'd have come this way round and come up this way and gone in that direction. I don't think it'd been as fun, and it'd almost be like you're climbing down those at the end. So I definitely do think I've done it the right way round, especially for the views I got as well. So yeah, that's going good. We're still on track anyway, which is good. Scaring the sheep. It's one thing about Wales that always amazes me. There's always sheep absolutely everywhere. But it actually reminds me of a comic book. Now, if you're into mountain biking and you ever read MB UK, which is Mountain Biking UK magazine in the 90s, there used to be a cartoon character in there called Mint Sauce, who was a mountain biking sheep. If I can find an image, I'll put it on the screen. But yeah, just always reminds me of Mint Sauce. Okay, so looking on the map, guys, we're heading in this direction along here, and I believe this, you can see just in there, there's two people just hiking there. I believe this is our trail all the way down into the valley. So I would say the majority of the hard bit is done. Now, I did see on the map that there is a little waterfall. I don't know how big or small that is, or whether or not it's even worth filming, to be honest, but that might be something interesting while we're down in the valley. And as I say, you get some really good views of the side of the mountains and the side of the peaks that we've just climbed across. So yeah, still lots to see. Yeah, so we're making a turn here, guys, and as I say, that takes us down into this valley. So you can see the ridge we've walked across and the valley there. So we're going down into the valley now. We get some fantastic shots of the side of the peaks. So one of the things I'm actually trying on today's route, something I've never used before, is an app called All Trails, and you can go to locations, well, on the app, and you can search for hikes within the general area where you're looking. But one of the good features about it is you can actually set your watch to mirror it. So I don't know if you can see it on there. We've actually got the map on my watch, which makes it a lot easier. When you're sort of walking along, you don't have to stop, you don't have to check any devices, you don't have to pull out a paper map or anything like that. So I thought I'd trial it today, and to be honest, it works fantastic. Yeah, at a glance you can just see exactly where you are. Obviously the biggest concern was signal, but you can download the map onto your device. So yeah, I'm really impressed with that. So really good. That looks like it's seen better days. It looks like we've got quite a rocky descent coming up, which is pretty cool. As I say, I always keep the camera rolling. So one of the things that I mentioned earlier, sorry guys, was that there was a little waterfall somewhere on this trail. Now I'm assuming this is where the water runs down off the mountain, but I can't even hear it. So I'm gonna have a guess and say that the waterfall is a bit of a non-event at this point, because it's been so dry. It does look like that stream has dried up and stopped. So potentially, I don't think we're going to see a waterfall on this particular hike today. But as I say, we've got some more stuff coming up soon. Plenty of stuff like that on it. What I'll say is, I did say earlier today, guys, that with it being so dry, there's a lot of loose stone, and the ground is really dusty, so it would be really easy to take a tumble on this kind of ground. So you've really got to watch your footing. So just before we go into the kind of trees and the tree cover, guys, this is the ridge that I walked along this morning, and as you can see, I mean, it did feel high up when I was up there, Probably looks even higher now. But yeah, you can't really see the top of it. I was hoping you could see the rocky formations that are climbed over, but we're not really at the best angle for that. I believe well, I've probably got, I think probably about another 20 minutes until I reach the end. But I'm going to leave the camera rolling anyway, because I don't know what we're going to encounter. And then obviously if you did want to try this trail for yourselves, it's always good to see what's around the corner. So yeah, let's crack on. Okay, so I'm nearing the end of today's adventure, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the virtualization so you can see today's route. Okay guys, so as you can see, we go all the way along the ridge over Black Hill. We then get to the trig point and we turn off to the left. We go down into the valley and then we walk all the way back to the start. As I said before, there's a link to this trail in the description, so head there and check it out. Okay guys, that's about all we've got time for today. Thanks for joining me again on TBTC Adventure. The route details for today's walk are in the description below, so if you do want to give this one a go, head there and the details are all there, along with a link to the All Trails route. If you do like what you've seen today, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the videos, leave us a comment in the comments box below to tell us what you thought of today's video, and yeah, don't forget to share us on your social media. We'll see you again.